How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about why crypto is falling a little bit, some big buys by one of the biggest investors in cryptocurrency, and the purchase of a large business by one of the large cryptocurrencies. So I want to walk you through it. This is going to be a shorter video. I have some things I need to attend to, but I did want to bring this to your attention because I had a little bit of break in the action from today. So I want to, thank you for clicking on the video, hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. Also, if you want, there is a link underneath the video to BlockFi. They just sent me an email. If you use the code credit card 75, you can actually get $75 back when you use the card for the first time. They also pay 3.5% Bitcoin back or Ethereum back, whatever you want to pick on your purchases for the beginning 3 months, and then 1.5% back on everything after that. So definitely check out that link underneath the video to get your BlockFi card today. I also want to thank today's show sponsor, which is Vires Finance. So right now in the market, when there are dips, it's a great time to have money on the sidelines, which is why Vires Finance is very attractive. So they pay up to 27.6% on some of their cryptos, even USDT at 21%. They pay a good amount, and you can supply or you can borrow. So right on their website, you can do all that. Now, you might be wondering who they are. Well, you've heard of Sasha Ivanov. He is the CEO of Waves, and he has actually talked about it a decent amount, giving some info on their roadmap and what they're doing. So he's pretty bullish on it. You can check out the link to their website underneath the video and learn a little bit more about them. So thank you, Vires, and definitely check them out. So cryptos are down a little bit, right? We see Bitcoin back under 48,000. It seemed like we're at 51 or 52,000 yesterday, and everyone was getting bullish again. Ethereum was around 4,400. Now it's at 4,150. Then we have some other cryptos that are dipping. So this is why it is really important to have money on the sidelines, as I talked about. Vires, like I said, pays a good amount. It is a decent time to have some money on the sidelines, right? Because you can buy and take advantage of some of these dips. So why is this happening? Well, part of it, I think, is due to COVID, the pandemic, because we have seen that there is some information coming out that Omicron is 4 times or 5 times more likely to be spread than the typical variant or the typical COVID. So that is scaring some people. Another thing is Evergrande seems to be defaulting on some of its debt. So they had a loan repayment that was due just a few days ago, and they've made no mention of it, no public comment. So it seems like they're defaulting. Now this is not good because they have $300 billion of debt that they have to pay back. And there's a ripple effect. So Evergrande is over in China, but there's a ripple effect from the people that work on their properties to the banks that are giving them money, right? There's going to be a large ripple effect for $300 billion. And we have to realize that a lot of people like to take away from higher risk investments, maybe especially towards the end of the year, and lock up that gain for the year so that way they can show, hey, we made a good amount of profit this quarter. So that is something to pay attention to. Now, for some people, that doesn't scare them, like Microstrategy. Microstrategy just announced that they purchased an additional 1,434 Bitcoin for $83 million in cash. This was at $57,477 per Bitcoin. So you've got to believe that they're going to keep on buying this dip, right? We're around 48,000 now. He said that he'd be happy buying at all-time highs because he thinks it is such a good investment long-term. So if that makes you feel a little bit better, hopefully it does. But they are going to continue to buy. They're almost at $30,000 per Bitcoin. But I think this is a time to be accumulating if you're looking long term. Now, one other thing that's coming out tomorrow, CPI comes out tomorrow in the morning. He says inflation data due Friday will not reflect recent drop in some prices like electricity. Or energy. So this is really fascinating that he's even commenting on this. Makes you think that maybe these aren't going to be the best inflation numbers we've ever seen. They're going to continue to be high, and that does make a case for Bitcoin and crypto. Now, some people give the counter argument, which is, hey, if CPI comes in really high, it means that the Fed is going to have to taper and raise rates sooner, which will cause there to be less momentum for high speculation investments. But remember, if you're buying Bitcoin, you're buying it for, the majority of people buy it for the store of value. Some people buy it for other reasons too, but you're buying it for a store of value. And if there's significant inflation, that only strengthens the case for Bitcoin. Now, we also have other countries that are looking at moving forward with cryptocurrency, we talked about Australia yesterday. Now Brazil just approved a bill that regulates cryptocurrencies. So this was the Chamber of Deputies. It still has to go further down the line, but they are trying to regulate crypto in Brazil. I think that this eventually will be a good thing. I mean, we've talked about a lot on the channel, but regulation, I think overall is a good thing for cryptocurrencies, because if you really want to go mainstream, there needs to be some regulation. People don't feel comfortable in an unregulated environment. They want someone to hold their hand through these kinds of things. So overall, I think it will be good if there is more regulation. And we have people in the US, we have some of the largest CEOs in crypto talking to the government to explain what cryptocurrencies are and explain how they can be beneficial. And that's been going on for the last couple of days. Now, big news from Polygon. They had talked about this ZK Day, a pretty big summit or a pretty big event, and their price had been going up getting ready for this. One thing that they said is that they would be making a major announcement during the summit. So what is that major announcement? Because that came out today. Polygon acquires ZK rollup startup Mir Protocol for $400 million. So this is a Ethereum scaling startup, Mir Protocol. So some of this is going to be paid in Matic. I believe it was around $1.60 per Matic token that they gave this for, and then $100 million worth of USDC. It utilizes zero knowledge proof technology, or ZK proof. ZK proof is a cytographic tool that can be used to create ZK rollups. ZK rollups enable transactions to be processed but don't require all transaction data to be posted on Ethereum. This helps reduce the block size used on Ethereum, enabling it to scale, and reduces gas fees. This also makes it so that you don't have to give them all the information for it to be approved. So this is pretty cool. I mean, this is a big purchase. This is their second purchase recently, because they bought Hermes Network for $250 million back in August. They say that it possesses the fastest ZK proof technology, meaning it can generate proofs faster and verify more transactions in a single proof. It's a great piece of engineering. Plonky 2 can generate recursive proofs in an incredible 170 milliseconds on a computer. Overall, I think this is great for Ethereum, great for Polygon. Hopefully, it will continue to make it easier and easier to use Ethereum without having to pay those insane fees. Now, let me know your thoughts on all this news. Let me know if you're scared right now, if you're buying. Personally, I've been buying a lot, and if we stay around these levels, I will continue to buy. Otherwise, if we do see it dip more, I will buy sooner. If we see it drop below some supports, I think we definitely have an opportunity to pick up some deals. Of course, this is long-term. Anything can happen short-term, but I want to hear your thoughts on this underneath the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hitting the like and subscribe. And also, again, just pay attention to the CPI data that is coming out tomorrow, because it will be fascinating to see what happens if we have high CPI or really low CPI. It's going to be very interesting. And that's happening in the morning tomorrow. Definitely be on the lookout. Again, thank you to Vires Finance for sponsoring that early part of the video. Definitely check them out though, and I will see you in the next video.